The market is heating up and it is on fire, but there's still so much FUD out there on the housing market. Why? Hello everyone, my name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage market. Now, I've got today I thought, hey, let me go throw out some of the articles that I've seen in the last 3 or 4 days over the weekend, and a lot of them are really looking back pretty far into 2022. They're not looking forward, and one of the reasons why is that the housing market has come back here, especially here in Southern California. I've shown homes and almost everything is getting into escrow. Houses that have sat on the market are on fire. Why? It's because of interest rates. But people don't realize that there is no inventory yet. They're going to continue to FUD it down and say a lot of different things. So before I just keep going and rambling on here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to give you the best 5 to 10 minutes in real estate on a daily basis. Let's jump into it. All right, first article here, it says report, and this is from DS News, report, year-over-year pending sales down 30% nationally. Absolutely they're down. They're down because, you got it, there's no inventory. That's why. They were up in December. So for 6 consecutive months, we saw pending home sales from May, or basically May until November, were going down, down, down. Now, that was a bad thing, and the reason why was we saw increasing interest rates. But all of a sudden now, interest rates have started coming down. I think a lot of these mortgage companies and the bond market is expecting the Fed to pivot, and when they pivot, they slow down the rates. They slow down the amount of each time they meet and their rates, and now they have a feeling that this might be the last time on February 1st. They meet tomorrow. They actually come out February 1st. I think this is the last time they're feeling that they're going to come out with any kind of rate hike. And because of that, they're front running the Fed. That's why rates are going down. Let me say it again. They're front running the Fed. They're going ahead and saying, we already predict what Fed chairman is going to say on February 1st, that the rates going forward, rate hikes going forward, will slow down or even stop sometime before the middle of the year, even the next time they meet, which would be in March, at the end of March. So that's what people are feeling. That's what the bond market is heating up. People are going into bonds, right? It's a safer haven. The Chinese are out of our bonds. The Japanese are out of our bonds. Now it's the Americans. It's us saying, well, I'd rather make the 4.5 percent, or 4.7 it was last week on a 1-year bond. I can make 4.7% on my money on a 1-year bond that's guaranteed by the federal government. Or I can go and put it into what? The stock market that went down 30%, that everyone's talking about a recession, that we think that the numbers are going to be terrible when the companies come out with their earnings next week, starting next week, and in the second quarter. So with that being said, that's why I'm saying that these numbers I keep seeing are very, very negative, yet they're so far behind what is actually happening today. Let's jump into the next one. Study finds renting more affordable than starter homes. Of course, it's better. And I know you guys are going, well, hold on, Troy, why would you say that? Well, let's look at the top 10 cities here. How many have rent freezes on? If you're a renter and you're going into LA today, you are screwed, guys. No one's going to rent in LA today. Why? Because rents are astronomically high. But if you're a renter already, you're locked in. You haven't had a rate hike in the city of Los Angeles in 3 years. So as home appreciation and values keep going up and up and up, rents have got locked in. If you were in 3 years or longer, you're locked in. They couldn't raise your rates. So when we look at San Francisco, rent freeze, Seattle, rent freeze, San Jose, rent freeze, Los Angeles, rent freeze, Boston, rent freeze, Portland, rent freeze, Phoenix. Come on, people. Figure it out. You're not going to find it inside these articles. Why? Because they don't do the research. They just throw numbers out there, and that's why hope you understand this. That when you look at the Fed, the biggest number of their decision of the CPI is housing. And if all these major cities have rent freezes or just got off rent freeze as of January 1st or December 31st of 2022, then that's where we haven't seen the big jumps. And that's why we continue to see the CPI number get better. It's not because the economy is getting better. How's your eggs doing out there, bro? Yeah, they keep going up. Gas prices, they came down. Now we have no gas in our reserves because our government left it. And now it's a joke. If we want to fight a WAR, what do? We have no fuel to fight it. So dumb. It's so dumb. But that's what they did to lower the CPI number to make you feel better, is to mortgage the future as usual. That's why, me personally, I've been selling our properties out of the city of Los Angeles because the city of Los Angeles is a complete wreck. New mayor, old mayor, 2 mayors ago, it doesn't matter. They just simply don't care about their city, or they're simply burned all their funds on their friends and all their little pet projects. The homeless population is out of control. I know that the new mayor is trying to reel it in. She doesn't have enough money even close to hammering to dealing with it. And Garcetti, who before didn't even care, he just let the homeless population explode. He did nothing to help that out. All he did was deal with scandal after scandal because his regime were all corrupt. Next article. All right, it says top overvalued U.S. markets, U.S. housing markets. Now, this article, again, just doesn't make any sense to me. What I continue to see that people talk about affordability, right? Is if the affordability isn't there, then how are we going to sell homes? And if we can't sell homes, then the value of properties that are sitting on the market, they lower the prices and there's seller concessions and blah, 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 blah. I understand that's how the housing market works. But if we take a look at it, why do we still see that the market and the value of homes have been really strong and we're still up? Year over year, the value of your house is higher, even though every indicator that you've seen from the media has said that our housing market's crashing. The number one indicator for you out there should be, what is my home value worth? Did it go down 10, 20, 30%? Absolutely not. It has overall as a country, the entire United States, we're up year over year every single month last year of 2022 in that horrible housing market. Now, with that being said, we're still seeing these FUD articles coming out, but I want to show you what the federal government continues to do is not help the situation. Everyone out there that's been in real estate knows that there are loan limits, and those loan limits go by county by county. The highest loan limit in the United States is almost 1.1 million. How did we raise it from over a million to under a million to up to almost 1.1? The loan limits continue to rise in all the counties, meaning that ceiling kept getting its head bumped because people could put down 3% down and then they would qualify for the loan, but they could qualify for X amount. It was $647,500. $648, they had to put 3%, 3.5% down plus the additional $500. If it was $350, it was 3.5% plus $1,500 and so on, $2,500 and so on and so forth. But in the infinite wisdom of the government, this year, 2023, they completely raised loan limits all the way through. Now, how is affordability when the government keeps raising their loan limits? Look at Los Angeles. It's at 1,089,300 when it was under a million in 2022. They're the ones that are causing people who qualify for more to actually now get a more expensive home because of the loan limit that the federal government is going to back the loan by. So let's go look at Orange. Highest loan, 1,089,000. It's ridiculous. Riverside, right? 726,000. Guys, it's getting ridiculous. Okay, it's getting ridiculous. You know, it just keeps going up. 2023 conventional loan limit, 2023 FHA. If we're looking at, let's go look at Riverside. So FHA 644, conventional 726. Come on. Come on. Why are we raising these? It makes no sense. You're going to tell me the housing market's crashing. The federal government keeps raising the limits that they're going to back these loans by. It makes zero sense. So we looked at Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside. How about San Bernardino? Same thing as Riverside. FHA 644, 3.5% down. Here we go, 726. Some of those loans you put 3 to 5% down. If MI is probably there pretty much, but it's ridiculous. I don't get it. But the federal government isn't helping the situation. They're absolutely hurting the situation. This is no joke. We have to figure this out. You want homes to be affordable? Don't just go loan anyone whatever astronomical dollar it is, because if they qualify, that means less money comes out of their pocket and more money is then put into the loan. And if they do have a hiccup, it just means there's a better chance of them defaulting on the loan. Makes zero sense. All right, and last but not least, let's go over what the rates were. We saw a huge drop in rates last week. This week, last Friday, we looked at just a small bump to 6.15 on conforming. Jumbo dropped 33 basis points. It was above conventional and FHA. Now it's below. It's teetering on even 6%. That is crazy because those are all high balance jumbo loans. I mean, they're coming. I mean, if you go shop your loan around, you're in the fives now. You're in the mid fives. And then 30-year FHA barely went up 7 basis points actually to 6.20. It's at the highest of everything now, which we're kind of confused because usually FHA is lower. But wow, we are seeing a big shift here in rates. If we continue to see rates dip under 6, then we're going to see another housing boom, guys. We're going to see people buying it. And I don't know if there's enough inventory, and we might see values go up. I know that right now in the last 45 days, even 60 days, we're seeing multiple offers on properties and less seller concessions. Unless that house is sat on the market and it's complete junk and they overpriced it, we're not seeing seller concessions. We are seeing multiple offers on quality properties. Guys, thank you very much for joining us today. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, like this video. I would love to see the likes go up. Otherwise, you guys take care, and I will see you tomorrow.